Hey folks, I am here to shoot a little bit of a different type of video today. A friend of mine from college, Amanda, sent me a message on Facebook. She said that she was getting into blues, uh, particularly female blues artists, and wondered if I had any suggestions. And so I started to type out an answer, and about the time I went to send it, my computer just rebooted. So by the time I got back around to thinking, well, let me do this list all over again, I thought, you know what? I do these music collection videos all the time anyway. Let me just make a video. And so I pulled some CDs. This is not a comprehensive list. There are a lot of artists that are not going to be in this particular stack. This is just kind of a get started. Here are some of the artists that that I immediately thought of and pulled their CDs. And also, it gets a little complicated too. I tried to make it just blues because you get this. If you look at it as kind of a circle, you know, you've got blues and jazz and gospel and soul R&B, and you know, as you look at each artist, you know, where in the circle do they fall? Some of them are shaded different areas than others. Also looking at the fact that some of these are primarily singers, some of them are primarily guitarists, some do a little both. It's not meant to be any sort of comprehensive list of anything. These are just some CDs, some suggestions. I will say this. The other day, it's kind of funny this comes up because just Friday, I thought I was going to finally land my first Sister Rosetta Tharpe album. And she's one that I want to include in here, even though I don't have any of her stuff. I really want some of her stuff. And I'm going to get some, but I just was a little too late to get to this one album I was looking at on an Instagram page the other day. But while I don't have any Sister Rosetta Tharpe, and she is a very important figure in early blues, I do have some Sister Wynona Carr. This is Dragnet for Jesus. Great stuff. As far as I know, this is pretty comprehensive of her career. I don't know if she played guitar or not, to be quite honest. And but great singer. This is this is a really cool CD. Dragnet for Jesus. And of course, one person that Amanda mentioned to me was Koko Taylor. Yeah, you gotta have some Koko in your collection. Koko Taylor, Queen of the Blues, and she's the real deal. And I know, thanks to movies over the years, the great Etta James. She's probably thought primarily as a soul R&B singer because At Last is one of the great all-time ballads, R&B ballads, but she could also sing some pretty gritty and blues as well. This Etta James, Matriarch of the Blues, great album. There she is on the back. And also got Etta James and the Roots Band, Burning Down the House. If there's somebody who could burn down the house, it's the great Etta James. Of course, if you're going to talk blues, you got to talk a little Bonnie, don't you? Bonnie Raitt, a very young Bonnie here. Give It Up. Of course, some of her classic albums. Here's Longing in Their Hearts. Big sticker on that one. Let me try that again. There you go. Good seal. Nick of Time. Great live album. Road tested. Finally, Silver Lining. Great picture of her on this cover. Love some Bonnie Raitt. Now with more of a European flavor, guitarist Anna Popovic. This is Unconditional. If you want a little bit of a throwback, Rory Block. This is The Lady and Mr. Johnson. Of course, this is a kind of a tribute to Robert Johnson, and trying to look on the inside because the gentleman that she has posing with her in the pictures is like a grandson or great grandson of Robert Johnson. All right. Now, great young female artist. I guess she's not so young anymore. This album came out in 1999. I can't remember how old she was when she put it out, but she was in her teens. Shannon Curfman, Loud Guitars, Big Suspicions. A fantastic album. This lady is a great blues singer. Geneva Mangus. I'm sorry. Sometimes I wonder if I have a little dyslexia because I can really switch things around sometimes when I'm writing too. Geneva Magnus. Geneva Magnus. Have a couple of hers. This one, that first one was What Will Love Do? Yeah, it might help if I read some titles, huh? What Would Love Do? And this one is Do I Move You? This next singer is not, I wouldn't put her in a blues category for her whole career, but Ashley Cleveland put out this great gospel blues album called God Don't Never Change. Fantastic album, and just very much a blues album. She's one of my all-time favorite singers. The next lady, Susan. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Susan Tedeschi. This is Just Won't Burn. I have another one of hers called Hope and Desire. Now, I don't know how much she's putting out solo-wise these days. These albums are, like this one right here is 2005. But she does have, she's now does a band with her husband, Derek Trucks, who is, the Trucks family have strong connections to the Allman Brothers. But, so she married Trucks, and they have the Tedeschi Trucks Band. This is Revelator. I just picked this up. Let's see. I think there's a picture of the two of them on the inside there. There we go. Whoa. going to close here with two young women who are two of the hardest working blues artists out there right now. Samantha Fish is the first one. First album CD I've got to show you is Girls with Guitars. This is an album she did with Cassie Taylor and Danny Wilde. Very good album. Kind of where I discovered her. Then she put out two albums last year. The first one is Chills and Fever. She can shred. She's a great guitarist, good vocalist too. Then she also put out Belle of the West last fall. And then this lady, what can I say about her? I've just really started getting into her music. Beth Hart. Well, again, put the sticker on the front. There we go. Beth Hart. This is Screaming for My Supper. This lady can really wail. But the album I really can't say enough good stuff about. She has formed she does a lot of albums with this gentleman, Beth Hart and Joe Bonamassa. Black Coffee. Wow. This came out in January. Tremendous album. So that's kind of the stuff that leapt out in my mind as I was thinking about female blues artists. So, Amanda, I hope that helps a little. If any of my vinyl community or music community friends think that I should put someone else in here, maybe I omitted something, you got any suggestions, leave them in the comments. And I appreciate everybody watching this, and we'll see you later.